Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. Today guys, we're continuing with that Fiat 500. Yep, I managed to go and get the parts yesterday afternoon, just after I finished yesterday's videoing and filming. Yeah, I managed to give him a call and said, look, are they ready? He said they'd be ready in an hour. So I went up there and they was just taking off the last few pieces. So yeah, I'll show you what I've got. I'm still not 100% with this colour. I'm still not 100% sure. If I was, I'll tell you, but I'm not. I'm not. I have compared it, had a quick look. So the only thing we could do is to obviously start putting the parts on and just see what it's like, really. And if they need painting, they need painting. Simple as that. It ain't gonna, yeah, it ain't gonna, it is not gonna stay like it is if it's terrible. I'm telling you now, it ain't. You know me, guys. I will not, I will not be doing that kind of thing. So, yeah, we'll look into that. I'll get the parts in and I'll show you what I've got. Before I do, I had a few people on comments yesterday just asking about the merchandise, key rings, when can they get mugs, whereabouts. I'm going to put them all together. I'm going to start making them all up and I'll probably will list them on eBay. That'll be probably the easiest way, for now, the easiest way for you guys to get the merchandise, really. And the cheapest way for you guys to get it. So, but I'll let you know when I've done that, and we'll go from there. So, but for now, let's get the parts in. I'll lay it on the floor. I'll show you exactly what I've got, and then we can start putting this back together. I don't know if you can notice, but there's wheels on this car. And when we left the video yesterday, there was no wheels. So basically, I took the car up and down the lock-up place here. It's a private estate, so I took it up and down just to see what the gears were like, see what it was working fine, and it was absolutely spot on, guys. It drove really, really nice. So no more whining, you know, really smooth gear changes. So yeah, what a difference. Yeah, I'm so glad I've done it, so glad. So let's get cracking. Let me get all the parts in. I'll lay it all out, show you what I got. Let's do this. Right, guys, so I've got all the parts in from this car. As you can see, bumper there, complete bumper as well. Right through, all the daytime running lights, all the trims, everything's on there. This is the wing that I got. Bonnet hinges. Wing bracket as well in there, but I'll explain. I'm not even going to use that bracket, and I'll explain why in a second. Bonnet as well, and yeah, they're not great, to be honest with you. Let me explain. Jesus, I absolutely knew this was going to happen. Let me show you. This has been resprayed before, and it's a different shade off. And I'll show you. Look, let me put it up against the car. Can you see that? Oh God. So yeah, it's definitely a shade off. I cannot and will not leave it like it. It just looks horrendous. And that's what it's like in here. Can you imagine what it's like outside in the sun? It's going to look even worse. So, yeah, that's got to be painted, definitely. I'll be honest with you, the bonnet itself is a slight different colour to this. So this has definitely been painted before. And if I put it against like that, you can see. This bonnet is more or less the same colour as that door and this thing. So the bonnet might be okay, but it's got a couple of it ain't got a massive amount of problems with the bonnet, but it's just a few bits and pieces, like there, little stone chip there. So a little bit of lacquer peel here. Do you know what I mean? So it's not in good condition, but the actual colour of it is in pretty good order. But it's the condition of it. It's not just the colour and the fade. It's the condition as well, guys. That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, I'm just not happy with it. So, yeah, it looks like I'm gonna have to get the bonnet done as well. And the other thing is the bumper. Now, I'm gonna try and get this on camera to see if you can see it. Can you see that? It's like cracking the scan all over, everywhere. It is everywhere on this bumper. So even though the colour's probably right, the condition is definitely bad. So I can't let it go out the door. Just being crap basically. So I'm gonna have to get them repainted. It's as simple as that, really. The good thing about this is that I've got the whole bumper complete. The bonnet hinges, the bonnet, the wing, and that bracket, all for 200 quid. So £200, I'll get all my parts, and then they've got to be painted, which is going to be another. I'll speak to the guy, but I think it's going to be another £300, £350 to get all the painting done. I'm not going to try and get into doing the painting myself. It's just, yeah, I just can't. I'm just not there yet when it comes to painting. I've got, I need a ton more experience to try and, like practicing. Like I can practice on that bonnet if I wanted to, just practice. But yeah, they've got to be painted. So whatever happens, they've got to be stripped down, and then they've got to be painted. But is it worth lining up the panels on the car? Probably not, to be honest with you. But I think it's definitely worth me prepping. I'll definitely prep the panels so we can sand them all down and get them ready to be sprayed, I suppose. That's what we could do. So, yeah, I'll look into what we're going to do. I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's start stripping this bumper off, get all the parts off, because everything else is good. Like all the whiskers and all the panels and all these chrome bits, the lights, DRLs, daytime running lights, they're all good. So they can all come off the grills, even though that's popped out there a little bit. It's still okay, but it doesn't really matter because I've got this one here. So we'll just use the good parts off of both bumpers really to make up a really nice bumper like that. See that there? See, that's all gone. This one is in good condition, so we'll use this one. Stuff like that. It's just, yeah. But we need to strip it all down, and we need to sand it all down and get it. That's terrible. That is unbelievable. This crackiness on his paintwork. So, yeah, really bad, guys. Really bad. But I didn't even. The only reason why I went for it was because of the colour. It was already white, and I think it's a good deal for £200. To be honest with you, for all the parts. They just need a bit of loving and a bit of paint. That's what they basically need. So that is what's going to happen. We can put the headlights in. There's not really much point in lining things up, I don't think, because it's all got to come back off. I'll have a workout, I'll have a think, but let me set you up. Let's get cracking. I'll see what we need to do to rub this down, and then we're just going to have to start prepping this for paint, really, basically. And then I'll take it over to the guy and see if he can do it for us. So, yeah, let's crack on. Let's do this. Right, guys, yeah, that's it. So it's all stripped down, ready to be basically keyed up. I've got to take it down. I think first of all, I'm going to take it down with 180 sandpaper all over, and then 320 sandpaper, and then panel wiped all over, and then that's it. It'll be ready for primer. So, but you can see, like, I don't know, I'm trying to get it in camera so you can see, but it's really bad. Like, it's cracking all over, like all over the bumper. You see that there? That's what it's like all over. Hopefully that's coming out on camera. I can't really see because of the sun. But yeah, there was no way I'm leaving this bumper in this state. Yeah, you can see it there, look. So, I don't know, like, I've turned it over and it's original, so whether or not someone's resprayed this, I do not know, but it definitely isn't, it's definitely not right. So, yeah, I'm going to sand it right back, get it all sorted. This wing is not original either. It's not original. So, this needs some serious attention to it. I've got to make sure I rub all that down as well. It's not gone through, it's not bad, it's just surface rust. But it is something that I want to sand down and prep, and, you know, make sure that I'm doing the best I can for it. So yeah, I'm not sure about this bonnet. I think I'm gonna have to do it, but I'm not sure. There's very small bits in it, but I just don't think I can leave it. So yeah, get that done as well. But what I've done, I've made a decision. I'm gonna head over to the paint shop, right, and we're gonna go for it. I'm going to try, and we're going to go for it with this on this wing, and let me see how it comes out. If it comes out all right and I'm happy with it, and that's like everything, so like the colour, the way it is, the way it's laying, if it all looks good and I'm happy, I'm going to go for the bumper as well. And do the bumper myself, and then the bonnet as well. I don't know about the bonnet. Oh God. Oh, I don't know. Like, I don't mind trying a wing. Don't get me wrong, but you know, we're moving into bigger panels, bumpers, bonnets. But I've got to try, guys. I'm a trier. That's just the way I am. You know, someone says to me, look, you've never painted before. There's no way you'd be able to do it. That's all the momentum and all the encouragement I need to prove someone wrong, because I do it all the time, to be honest with you. I don't know what it is, I just do. But it is an art. Like, nowhere am I coming away from knowing that this is practice makes perfect. Like, it is on this. Repetition. The more you do, the better it's going to be. Simple as that. Like, a painter never, it takes time, it takes years, and it takes experience. I am 100% aware of that. But let me see what I can do with a gun, an air gun. Like, not just a spray can now. We're talking, an air gun, a proper system, a proper setup, everything. Let me see what I can do on my first go. Let's see if this is going to work out. I'm going to go down to the paint shop. I'm going to get some bits and pieces, bring it all back, show you what I've got, and then we're going to start keying up all these panels and sand it all down and get it ready for paint. So, yeah, bear with me. Let me get down there and I'll come back and see you soon. Fingers crossed this works. See you soon, guys. So guys, I am back from the paint shop, and yeah, it looks like we're doing this, I suppose. So yeah, I've got all this stuff here, and yeah, it's a really nice guy actually. It's not the same paint shop I normally go to, it's somewhere different, a lot bigger, and yeah, really friendly, really helped me out, really said what I needed to do, told me, the ratios, the mixes and stuff like that. You know, exactly, told me how to do it. He said, any problems, I'm on the phone. He said, you can give me a call, I'll talk you through it. He said, and you know, it's just paint, don't overthink it, he said. So, you know, let's go from there. But yeah, what I said to him, I've got obviously the bumper that's cracking and peeling, and he said, well, take that right back as far as you can back to the plastic, take it all off, and then hit it with this plastic primer. He just gave me 1 can. He said that should be enough just to do the one bumper, and then hit it with the primer, which is this here, 4-to-1, and plus, I think he said it was 10% thinners. Let me just check. He told me to look on the back. Yeah, it's 0 to 10%, but he said put in 10% thinners. So the thinners is this one here. So that's the thinners. You can get all this stuff in the bigger tubs, to be honest with you. But because I wanted to sort of see if this worked out for us, doing it this way, I just got the smaller ones for the moment. When it comes to these thinners, yeah. But obviously, if it goes well, then I'll have to go and get some more and go on from there. But yeah, that's the primer, which is I think it's the white primer actually, because we've got white base coat. He said best to use a white primer. So I hope he has gave me the white one and not the grey. So yeah, we spoke about that. So that's that. Obviously base coat, this is the correct colour. He cleaned it, buffed that panel, and then put a machine on it and got it exactly the same as this one here. This is the original old one. And I've put that against the door, and it's absolutely spot on perfect. So that paint should be perfect as well. He's written on here, you can see, he's written on here for me, 1-to-1 with that 3-5-10, which is that there, 3-5-10. So yeah, that's got to be mixed in as well. He said, and then you got your lacquer. And he said you don't really need to do thinners with lacquer. Some people do. He said just keep it warm, stick it on a heater or radiator or something, and it'll warm it up, and you don't really need to do it. He said, but if you want to stick a bit in it, don't put too much, but you know, stick a little bit in it if you want to, you know, thin it down a little bit. So yeah, got some cups, got loads of cups. You can see them all here. They're the mixing ones. They're like £7 for like 50 of them, I think he said. So he said just stick your he gave me these for free. He gave me this for free, and he gave me the connector that goes onto the airline as well. He gave me that for free as well, which is nice, very nice of him. But we had a good old chat. So he said, yeah, when you're doing that, just make sure that you're using these strainers, these filters on every single you know, part of the process. And we had a good chat about it, and he just said, look, just with the primer, he said just get the primer on, and you can leave that, you know, overnight, 24 hours or whatever, and then after that rub it down, and then it's ready for base coat and lacquer. So, you know, and he gave me some cleaner as well, solvent, some cleaner. So I've got to clean it all up once we're finished with each process. I think it was like 230 quid for a complete setup. This is obviously going to last me longer. I'm not going to use all this clear coat, 2K clear coat, which is supposed to be one of the better ones on the market. So yeah, quite good. I think Grant uses this one, so I think he showed this one, so that's good. So yeah, I think I'm kind of getting ready to start rubbing down. I'm all set. I've set my gun. I've got to get a water trap. He did say to me, well, he said, see how you go, because there's a water trap and the compressor at the bottom, underneath there. So, you know, that pulls condensation out of it anyway, but it is always good to have a water trap here as well. He said, but the trouble is, with it on your gun, it feels heavy, right? And it feels like top heavy like that, and it's hard to control it a lot better. So he said, you know, if you could do without it, on your first go, he said, give it a go and see what it's like. and then you can always come back and get one and stick it on your gun. But yeah, let me see if I can get this one-handed. Hold on 2 seconds. There we go. So, yeah, we're all connected. And you can see I've got the bar level there. So it's just sitting at about just over 2.5. Like that. So I think that's where we're going to sit. I still need to set the gun and set the right positions when we're doing the primer. But yeah, it feels more real now, guys. Well, I've got all this stuff. I spent all the money. I might as well just crack on and get it done. Now, the key to this, and everyone keeps saying it, and I've heard a lot about it, is preparation. The prep is the key. If you don't get the prep right, all the other processes won't work properly, and it won't work out. So we have to get this prepped really well. So let me set you up. Let's start getting these panels, bumper, bonnet, wing, all rubbed down. And then we're going to give it a good old clean and make sure that we're rubbed down. Going to start with 180 grit sandpaper, then 320, and then a complete wipe over and check to make sure. I'm hoping we can hit the primer today. If we can, fantastic. I'll do it today. And then when we come back in tomorrow's video on Friday, we can rub the primer down and it'll be ready. Hopefully tomorrow we can do it with the base coat and the lacquer, and then leave it over the weekend. Monday turns up, bang, they're done, and it all goes on. I'm talking like it's going to go well. Anyway, I'm talking to you like it's mad. I'm talking to you like it's going to go really well. I'm going to paint them all up. Just going to put them back on the car. But you know, as most people know, painting does not go well sometimes, and this could go really wrong, and I've just wasted all that money. If I have wasted that money, this doesn't work, that's all going to go to the paint shop. I'll go, look, mate, just have it, just knock it off the price for redoing these panels, can you? But no, seriously, I know I'm laughing, I'm joking, but it's the only way to be, because if you're too serious about something and overthink it, it won't work, guys, and it will go wrong anyway. So you might as well be happy about it. So let me set you up. Let's get cracking and let's start rubbing all these down. I might actually take it outside because of the dust. I'll put a mask on, but it'd be good to get it out of here. So I'll probably set it up outside here in the sunshine, and we'll get it rubbed down. So let's start the process of prepping these bumper and panels. Let's do this, guys. Right, guys, we are definitely getting somewhere now. But unfortunately, this is going to run over to tomorrow. So this is going to be, yeah, I'm going to have to continue this tomorrow because there just ain't enough time and enough bits and pieces that I've done because I had to go to the paint shop. It took a few hours this morning. So, yeah, we will continue tomorrow. But I just want to quickly explain what I've done. So you saw me rub it all down. I used 120 grit sandpaper, and then 240, then 320, all over it. And this is exactly how the guy said it should look. You said you're trying to find high and low spots with the block as you go through, and you can see it is all high and low. So he said, but don't worry, once you hit with a primer, the primer will cover the whole lot, especially if you're going to do 2 coats with the hardener as well. So the proper, like the gun sealer primer, sorry. But before we do that, you just see me sprayed it with some panel wipe spray. So that's this here. Panel wipe spray. You can get this anywhere really, any paint shop does them. So we did that. And then after that, we hit it with this primer, which is like a clear, it's like a clear coat really. So, and it just helps to, helps to stick with plastic bumpers and bits and pieces. You can see that it probably does other bits and pieces like it does wing mirrors, stuff like that. Any plastic parts like that, it'll plastic prime it with a clear coat. So I've done 1 coat. I've got to do another coat before I go tonight, and then we're back in the morning, and then we can crack on with the bonnet, get that rubbed down and prepped. This one's done. 180 grit, 240 grit, 320 grit sandpaper. And then wiped and cleaned. So that's ready, prepped. Do the same with this one. Rub it down, do the same. And then the bumper as well. So, yeah, it's definitely coming along. But we're going to have to do this again tomorrow. And continue this in tomorrow's video. So I'll see you soon. You'll see me in a few seconds. Cheers, guys. Right, guys. So it is the next day. This is Friday now. So I want to get this all primed today, all mixed up, and bonnet primed, bumper primed, bonnet primed, wing primed, done, finished, and then it can be drying over the weekend. We'll come back Monday, we'll flat it down, prep the primer, and then we're ready for paint. So, but that'll obviously be Monday with the base coat, and we've just got to mix up the primer and get it all sorted, but we'll get into that in a bit. I've got these cups he gave me. He basically just said, he's a really nice guy actually down the paint shop. He just went through the whole process with me. So this primer is a 4-to-1, 4-1 and thinners. So basically, I'll show you, he showed me how to do it. So here you got the 4-to-1 ratios here. So this side's 4, and then you've got the 1 here, and then this is the thinners. So depend how much you want to mix up, depends on what levels you use. I don't really know how much paint to use, do you know what I mean? I don't want to mix up too much, but I don't want to mix up not enough. So yeah, it's a tricky one really. I think I'm probably just gonna hit it the full amount up here, because I've got a bonnet, bumper and the wing to do. And I want to do 2 coats as well. So I'm probably going to do max. So up here, 4-to-1. I'll hit it here with a 4, then the 1. And then you can see that it says 10% thinners just there. 10%. And this is the thinners, which is this one here. So yeah, and how I know that it's 10% as well is that it's on the back of the tin. He said like, it's self-explanatory. I don't know if I've showed you, but it's there. It's this one here. So it's 0 to 10% thinners, and he just said just do 10%, then you're covered. Especially in this heat, he said you'll be fine. So yeah, really nice guy. So I'm up for it, guys. But we've got the wing prepped. Just got to rub it down, wipe it down with a bit of panel wipe. But we need to sand this bonnet down next. So let me set it up. I'll set it up by the door where the bumper is. We'll rub it all down. We'll get it ready. and we're ready for paint. Primer. I'm still a little bit caught. I don't know. I don't know if this is going to go well or not, but I still like to show it. You know, if it goes bad, you'll see it. If it don't, you'll see it going well. So let's just see what happens. I've still got to set the gun up really as well. You've got to set this up. I've still got to look into this. So this bit here is your fan. So apparently you have that wide open on the fan, and then you've got to set this for the actual flow of the paint that comes at the top. So I'll set that up right, and then the gauge here, I'll make sure that it's set to the proper PSI. So most people say like 2.5 PSI, but I will look into that. There's plenty of videos out there, and plenty of people doing it. So it's I don't know, it's just trial and error. I've just got to try and go for it. So anyway, that's enough waffling. Let's crack on. Let's get the bonnet rubbed down, and then they're all ready then. And then we can just hit it with the primer and see what it comes out like. I'm looking forward to it. I am absolutely looking forward to this though. So yeah, definitely if this works out, another string to my bow, as they say. So yeah, let me set you up, guys. Let's do this. Right guys, I just want to quickly cut in there, just quickly show you, because I've just rubbed all that down thinking, do you know what, it looks really, really good. And then when I used the panel wipe spray and wiped over the whole bonnet, you can see that, I'll show you, can you see that? Can you see all these little holes? They're like imperfections in the actual bonnet. So they've got to be rubbed down even further, but I didn't, it looked really good because the dust was covering over obviously the areas that needed doing. So yeah, that panel wipe stuff is so good. It just cleans it right out, and then it just shows what you've got to do more of. You can see that they're just slightly there. I have gone back to bare metal here and here in some places, and then I've got to do is I'm going to spray that first with a little bit of bare metal protection paint. And then once that's dried, then we can do the bump bonnet. But I've still got to go over it with that block sander to get all these out, because yeah, look, like even see that one there. Look, that's quite a big one. That one, and you'll see that in the paint. So I'm going to keep going, and then just make sure that I'm like 100% happy with it. This side isn't that bad. There's a couple that I noticed. There's one little tiny one here, but they're just all like wear and tear stone chips. Really, that's probably sort of hit the bonnet over time. but they've all got to come out. I've got to get them all out, and I've got to get it flat, flat, flat. So I'm going to keep going and keep looking and keep spraying and keep checking and keep wiping. I want this 100% perfect. I'm not rushing this. Like, do you know what I mean? I don't care how much time it takes. I want to make sure that I do the absolute best job I can. You know how fussy I am, so it ain't gonna change. My fussiness and OCD on bits and pieces ain't gonna change because of what I'm doing. For me, it's just another. It's another trade. It's another job, and it has to be 100%. So yeah, I'm gonna keep going, keep checking, then make sure that I'm 100% happy. I'll come back and I'll show you the results, or you'll see them because I'll set you up anyway. So let's do that. Let me set you up. Let's crack on. Let's get them out. So guys, just letting you know, so that's now had 2 coats on the bare metal parts. So I'm quite happy that that's covered. Nowhere else has gone through. All it is just filler. You can see all the, not filler, primer. You can see it, it's obviously all there. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that as it is, let that dry off. And then it just needs a quick wipe over with probably, don't know, 2,000 grit, maybe 3,000 grit sandpaper, just to get the roughness off it, just to flat it back, ready to receive the actual primer. The bumper and the wing, they're ready to go. So I'm ready just to go for it, guys. I'm gonna mix up some primer. I'm gonna lay it down on this bumper. I'm gonna mix up the correct ratio on this, which is 4:1. This is a white primer as well, so that'll help. If you put a grey primer on and you're putting white paint on, it might sort of show through the paint a little bit, change the colour very slightly. So he suggested some white, some white primer. So that's what I've got here. So I'll mix it up, mix up exactly what we need, and then we'll start painting. I have already set the gun up. I've watched loads of videos. Specifically, I've been watching a guy called Paint Society. Really nice guy. He seems, he really wants to sort of help out everyone that's involved. You can see here, I've just been watching.
See the difference in the spray pattern? Do you see how beautiful it is? Now let's apply it right here.
So basically, yeah, he's teaching us.
Just applied what we learned here with air pressure fluid in your fan, and we applied it to our bumper. So we took our chart, and now we're applying it to see it work in real life. Let's
see if it works in real life, yeah? Let's go for it. So basically, yeah, I'm just going to set it up. I'm just going to knock up some primer, and I'm going to go for it, guys. So let's Let's see how this goes. I'll set you up. Right, guys, so that was my first attempt, just to practice, basically. Yeah, this is the old one. It's not even the run that we're working on. That one's over there. So, yeah, I just wanted to quickly sort of, you know, just get used to it and just sort of try it out. And it's all right, you know. It's going out all right. This is the first coat. I'm going to do 2 coats of primer on all of them. You can see that this was the first point. You can see the runs and stuff. See it all there, look. So yeah, once I got used to whereabouts to sort of aim it at the distance and stuff like that. So yeah, but it's all trial and error. It's you know, this is my first time with a paint gun on the air gun, you know. So I think I'm going to pick it up all right. I've done the bumper. You've seen me do that. And that's come out pretty good. A couple of areas that I'm not happy with that might need rubbing down again. So like this little bit here that needs rubbing down maybe. Do you know what I mean? Just sort of, yeah, just the prepping of it is key. Is absolutely key. You've got to get it spot on. So I will keep going at it and just see what happens. But you know, just got to keep trying, haven't we, guys? That's all we could do. Keep trying. Or send it to a paint shop, either or. But I've got the paint now, so I might as well give it a go. So yeah, but it's not too bad. There's a couple of areas, like there's a little pinprick there, and that needs rubbing down. There's a couple of bits and pieces like this that they're not happy with. So yeah, not particularly 100% happy with this at the minute. Probably won't hit it again with another coat. I need to rub it down, so I need to let it dry. But I will move on to the bonnet. Let's get this primed and painted. Yeah, I can rub that down now, so that's had enough time to give it a light coat. So let me move the bumper out of the way, put the bonnet on there. Let's give that a coat and let's see what happens with that. But yeah, let's keep going. Right, okay. It's come out all right. I'm pleasantly surprised, to be honest with you, the way that it's laid down. All over, even coats, really. I was doing like 50%. I was trying to get it 50%, so whatever I was doing there, I was doing 50% of there and then 50% across, overlap. So yeah, it's come out all right. It's not 100%. I'm not completely happy with it. And I'll show you why. I don't know if I can just show you. Can I show you that? Yeah, they're just there. They're really tiny, like really tiny little holes. There's one just there. You see that there? Like that, it's just dirt, but it's that there you go, you can see it now. So there's like 2 or 3 of those on this side. Not happy with. I want to rub it down again. I've got to make sure it's done right, guys. I'm not rushing it. I'm not, you know, it's all I'm wasting is my time. It's just a no-brainer. I've got to make sure that I get this absolutely spot on. So I'm going to leave it as it is. There's a couple of bits on this side as well I'm not happy with. Over here there was a little, something flew on the paint and I just tried to get it off, but big mistake. So yeah, that's got to be rubbed down and painted again. And there's a line there that goes through there. That's got to be painted again and rubbed down and done. So yeah, but apart from that, the way it laid down with the gun was really nice and smooth. I quite enjoy using that gun, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to hit it with a second coat. I'm going to leave it until Monday now on that one. This as well, I'm not happy with the bumper. Like the actual laying it down is good, yeah, but underneath still needs some prep work. So I've got to rub these areas down that's coming through. There must be something on the bumper or something. Not a lot of errors. Most of it's pretty good. It's just a couple of bits and pieces that I'm not happy with. Like really sort of just want to make sure, there's no point hitting it again with another coat if those kind of areas are not rubbed back properly and prepped. But you can't. It's hard to see because it looks all right. It looks flat. But as soon as you sort of lay the paint down, it starts to come through, and that's obviously where it is. So yeah, I haven't done the wing yet, so I'm going to leave the wing. We'll do that Monday. But so far, so good. So far, so good. I'm quite surprised. I'm not going to say easy, but it feels a lot better than spray cans, like using a gun. It really does. So. Yeah, so far so good. So there we go. Guys, I'm going to have to leave it there. That's the end of the video. We're going to come back Monday. We're going to carry on. We're going to rub them down. We're going to get it primed. We're going to get it painted in one day, hopefully Monday, and that's it. We're done. But yeah, for now, have a great weekend, and I'll see you Monday on the next one. Take care.